Now that everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, I wanted to ask one about the top 10 Power Rangers in the history of the franchise, and this was his answer. The first thing I must mention is that 5 Rangers in this list are from Mighty Morphin, and I don't know if artificial intelligence is influenced by the fame of the characters or all the information you can find all over the internet. Clearly, we know that there is more information on all the Mighty Morphin members than any other Ranger. Even so, there is still a lot of information on other Rangers, and I assumed that his response would be more diverse. It is worth noting that the first thing artificial intelligence told me is the same thing I always tell you in my videos, that this list is based on the tastes of each person and this selection may depend on each person's opinion. This leaves me with the question if artificial intelligence has tastes like any other human being or just based on the most popular comments from all over the internet about some Rangers. The first Ranger to choose artificial intelligence was Jason, the Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and the reason he gave me as to why he was the first Ranger is that he was the first leader of Power Rangers, and this character was full of bravery and courage. I think this answer is a bit generic, and I think many might expect Jason to be the first on this list since he is one of the most famous Rangers in the entire history of the franchise. On top of this, he is one of the most beloved Rangers, and we can include him in any list, whether it be among the best Rangers or among the best Red Rangers of all time. Jason is an awesome Ranger with unique leadership and excellent skills. This is clearly going to make him one of the top Rangers in any list we can make about the best Rangers ever. The second Ranger on the list according to artificial intelligence is Tommy Oliver, and this was something obvious since if he was not in first place, then he could be in second place since he is obviously the most famous Ranger of all. The reason artificial intelligence gave me for putting Tommy on the list is basically the same thing I just told all of you. He said that Tommy is one of the most iconic characters in the franchise and has been the main character for several seasons. This is something that may have value to many, but the reality is that sometimes being the main character doesn't make you the best Ranger. Another thing artificial intelligence told me is that Tommy is a skilled fighter and has many followers. If we go by this answer, then we could think that we were right with what we said at the beginning. Artificial intelligence has been carried away by the popularity of the character, beyond having a concrete opinion of what each Ranger means. In the third position is Kimberly, the Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and the reasons he gave me is that she is remembered as one of the best female Rangers in the entire franchise. He also said that she is smart, brave, and is a great fighter. These are qualities that we could see in the series, but we can see them more in the comics as Ranger Slayer. I can also say that Kimberly is the most famous female Ranger out there so far, so this answer didn't surprise me much either. As the fourth Ranger, he gave us Billy, the Blue Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and his answer I think we can all know quickly as it's pretty obvious. Artificial intelligence said that this character is one of the most intelligent and technically advanced. He is resourceful and always finds creative solutions to problems. I think we are all going to agree with these statements, as we all know that Billy may be the smartest Ranger of all time. Even so, this does not make you one of the best Rangers, but I must say that it will depend on the qualities you want to have in your Ranger team, as it is always good to have a team member who is super smart. In fifth position we have Trini, the Yellow Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and the last member of this team that artificial intelligence gave us. For some reason it left out the Black Ranger, and with this you can see that this is out of my preferences because everyone knows that Zack is my favorite Ranger of all times. The reason artificial intelligence gave me for Trini to be on this list is that she was a compassionate and dedicated warrior who proved to be a brave fighter on several occasions. This was the only answer she wrote in the past tense, as with the other Rangers she mentions her qualities in the present tense. We don't know if this is pure conscience or if it has to do with the passing of the actress. Perhaps artificial intelligence already knows that Trini's character passed away due to the images on the special 30th anniversary episode. From now on, the answers are going to be more random, and it is likely that many will not agree with some of the following rangers, but remember that this is the opinion of artificial intelligence. The sixth ranger on this list is Grayson, the Lightspeed Rescue Red Ranger, and the reasons he gave me were that he is one of the most popular leaders in the franchise, a determined and capable hero who is always willing to risk everything to save others. I think this ranger could be on any list among the best rangers ever, and this description fits him excellently, and many of us can agree. Ranger number 7 on this list is Jen Scott's the Pink Time Force Ranger and leader of that team. This is another ranger that I am not surprised is on this list, as she is a very good ranger and a great leader. The reasons artificial intelligence gave me were that she is a skilled fighter and a great strategist. She also told me that she is a strong and determined leader who does not give up easily in the face of adversity. Jen is a ranger that many would put on their list among the best rangers in history, even if that list is not only of female rangers, as she excels in any gender. Number 8 on the list is Andrus, the Red Ranger from In Space, and the reasons he gave me were that he is an interesting character who has been praised for his emotional depth and character development. He is a strong and experienced warrior who is able to lead his team wisely. I don't know if everyone is going to agree with those details, but I think Andrus can also be noted for making one of the most difficult decisions made in the entire story, and that was the sacrifice of Zordon. This could easily make him one of the bravest rangers in history. I think Andrus should be on any list among the best, but the reasons may vary. At the number 9 spot we started to have our doubts as artificial intelligence chose Trent, the White Ranger from Dino Thunder. The reasons he gave me are even worse, as he says he is on this list for being an interesting character who went from being a villain to being a hero. He also told me that he is a skilled fighter with a complex personality. I think having a complex personality doesn't make you a great ranger, and being a supposedly interesting character can be based entirely on opinion and not hard data. This ranger may be interesting, but I don't think he should be on this list among the best ever. Lastly, artificial intelligence named Dylan, the Black Ranger from RPM, as number 10 on this list. The reason he gave us is that he is a lonely and mysterious character who has been praised for his emotional depth. He also said that he is a strong and skilled warrior who is willing to do anything to protect others. I would like to know how many agree with this character being on this list, and leave in the comments what would be your top 10 rangers ever. If you would like me to make this list based on my tastes and knowledge, like this video and subscribe for more Power Rangers Artificial Intelligence.